Here we are at the Emirates then for another knockout match. Naomi Buschel's Netherlands taking on Lainey Boyle's Serbia. Excitement surely guaranteed in this game. Let's take a look at the two lineups. Well, Kevin Strootman is back into the starting lineup for Donny van der Beek for the Netherlands, and for Serbia, Nemanja Matic comes in for Milenkovic. Well, first game of this tournament to see two female managers pit their wits against each other, and it will be interesting to see what happens. I'll tell you one thing though, myself and Lord Blackadder, we've had a great time in our commentary position, haven't we?
So is syphilis, now get out.
No, I'm not getting out, I'm staying here. Anyway, we'll be taking you through it all. Serbia started their group very well and faded a bit towards the end. Netherlands never really got going. We're yet to see the best of them in this tournament. Will they come to the party today? It's Netherlands in the familiar orange strip from left to right, and Serbia in their change strip of all white, going from right to left. And Lainey Boyle will have got her troops fired up, as will Naomi Buschel though. Who will strike first in this game? Or will it be another tense encounter that goes the long haul? There's a cross in. Penalties are dramatic for the fans. They're awful for those on the pitch. Here's Dusan Tadic. Exchanging passes very fast with Matic there. Now Rukavina on the right. Back to Ljajic. Keeps it going with Rukavina. Tries to beat him on the right hand side. Checks his run. Trying to make space for a cross. He's still going, Rukavina. He does get the ball across. And it's bounced down in the box on Jovic, who had that hat-trick in the first game of the tournament. Oh, hold on. Here's Adam Ljajic. Tries a shot. Parried away by Silerson. That was a great strike from Ljajic. He tackled the defender, and that would have gone into the top corner. Silerson pleased with himself. Tadic will take this corner. Does he whip it? Does he float it? Does anyone care? Corner comes in! Oh, it looked for a minute like there was a bullet header coming in. Milinkovic-Savic, though, to Nemanja Matic. He hits one. Bright start here from Serbia. Like we've said, not quite sure about Naomi Buschel's tactics in the groups, although it worked well enough to get out of the group. But we haven't seen free-flowing football from the Netherlands in this tournament as of yet. Here's Tadic. Strange kind of unintentional back heel. Nemanja Matic looks for Kolarov on the outside. Tries to get the cross in. Ricochets about and Dumfries can clear. Goes back to delete. Dumfries again for Holland to Gini Wijnaldum. Now it's Berghuis on the touchline. Back to Wijnaldum. They're snapping at his heels, but he keeps the possession. Dumfries again. Nice build down the right here for the Dutch. Oh, but a good challenge from Matic. Now it's Kostic. He can find a pass as well. Spreads the play well to Ljajic. Serbia giving this a good go at the start. Here's Wijnaldum. They'll want a break now. Berghuis. Oh, that could have been a lovely ball, but Spajic with a great challenge. Milinkovic-Savic. He's got a goal in this tournament. Long ball from Ljajic. Looking for Jovic. Oh, high foot there with the clearance, but the referee happy with that. Frankie de Jong. There's Van Dijk. Bergwijn leaves it. Oh, and a decent challenge. It comes back to Steven Bergwijn. De Jong again. Here's Berghuis on the right. He couldn't control it. He'll say that was intentional, but I don't think so. Kolarov trying to make the challenge, but Berghuis still going and puts the cross in. And it's headed clear. Here's Dumfries. Holland starting to retain the ball a bit better. De Jong has runners on the outside. Comes back to Strootman. Nice work from Strootman. Back to Frankie de Jong. Van Aanholt. De Jong's gone on! Oh, and a lovely challenge at the back. And now Serbia can break Jovic for Tadic. They're on their own. Support arriving on the right hand side. Here's Rukovina. Half hour into this game. Another one finely poised and very interesting. Here's Matic. Ljajic. Rukovina's there. Will he get the ball across? Holds off the pressure. Still going, Rukovina. Here's Nemanja Matic once again. Kostic tries to change the angle of the cross. Deflects off Dumfries. That will be a corner. Serbia giving a good account of themselves in this first half. It's Dusan Tadic. Puts the ball in on the penalty spot. Kind of hit the defender on the chest there. Was that De Jong? Berghuis clears to Memphis Depay. Good challenge from Spajic. Well, it looked a decent challenge. Referee didn't like it. Well, he's allowed a high-footed clearance to go unpunished, and that just seemed a bit shoulder to shoulder. Maybe there was a bit more in it when you see it up close. Possibly did the referee a disservice there. Well, Strootman's definitely not going to shoot from there. He's going to float it to the edge of the box. Here's Depay. Looks for Van Aanholt, but not accurate enough really. Defender can only put it straight out of play though. And the Dutch have the throw. Van Aanholt to take to De Jong, and now Bergwijn. There's a cross. Another spectacular acrobatic attempt that actually seemed to be a bit dangerous. Here's Kolarov. Naomi Bushell has a bit of a worried look on her face. I think Serbia have done a bit better than she was imagining. Here's Ljajic. How's Laney Boyle feeling right now? He's got that poker face at the moment, you're not quite sure. Here's Rukovina. Inside to Jovic, he turns, he hits one, it was blocked at a vital time. I think it was Van Dijk that got the block in. Serbia on the attack again, there's a fast, pacey ball in, nodded in, hang on, it's still going. And they've just recovered. Here's Kostic though. And well, for a minute it looked like any kind of touch on that, and it had to head in. The ball's floated in, and once again the Dutch having to withstand a lot of pressure from Serbia here. That header came in on a really pacey ball, and they did incredibly well between the keeper and defenders to keep that out. Here's Berghuis. He lofts one into the box pretty aimlessly, and Serbia clear. And well, another goalless half in one of these knockout games, but still they're enjoyable, they're entertaining, and we could have had goals. But Naomi Bushell and Laney Boyle have to go and rally their troops for the second half, and possibly another game that could be heading for extra time. Netherlands haven't managed a shot in that first half. That's poor really. Work to be done. Here we go then, 45 more dramatic virtual minutes coming up. You've got to say it's dramatic, don't you, Blackadder?
I've never heard it called that before.
Well, you have now. Serbia straight on the ball. Milinkovic-Savic goes forward. Ljajic is there. Decent header. Looking for Jovic. Van Dijk sorts that out at the back. Here's Berghuis for Holland. They didn't manage a shot in that first half. Can they do something about that this time round? Here's Depay. Looks for Dumfries. Cuts inside. Still going, Dumfries, and there's Strootman. To Wijnaldum. Dumfries again. Berghuis. Very intricate play, and their final pass has been lacking. And Jovic, who we all thought would have a real chance at being top scorer in this tournament, had a fantastic first game and then has gone off the boil completely. Matic finds him though. If he strikes today, he could start to get back near the top of the goal scoring chance for this tournament. Here's Kostic. Kolarov. Kostic stays outside. Not of the stadium, that would mean he wasn't eligible. And the referee again seeing a challenge he didn't like. He's awarded a free kick to Serbia here. And was there anything in that, really? You can understand the Dutch protestations. Naomi Bushel having a word with the fourth official quite vociferously. Ljajic is behind this. He could try one from there. He does try one! And he scores! Well, a hugely controversial moment there. Adam Ljajic has scored for Serbia and Laney Boyle is celebrating. But when you look back at that, should that free kick really have been awarded? Naomi Bushel right in the face of the fourth official, begging him to look at the monitor and saying, what the heck is that all about? But it's happened now. You've got to deal with the aftermath. Serbia have taken the lead. And that's rocked the Netherlands, I'm sure. Here's Strootman now, back to delete. Out to Berghaus. Well, when do they go for this? Do they leave themselves open to the counter? Or do they try and get back into it instantly? Here's Bergwijn for Holland. To Wijnaldum. Across to Dumfries. Nice play, but well in. Looking for Tadic up front. Oh, and he's putting some pressure on, but they've got that away. And the foot in from Kostic is good. Dusan Tadic. Here he is, has support. It's Luka Jovic for Milinkovic-Savic. Good challenge from Strootman. And now Holland can come forward. Here's Memphis Depay. Holds it up, but they've got a lot of players back, Serbia. That's been a feature of their play today. They've covered the defence pretty well. Referee awarding the Netherlands a free kick. That's not in a dangerous area, though. I think that's probably a correct decision. Still would love to have a look at that one back that resulted in Adam Ljajic's goal. And it was quite a long way out when he hit that one. It was a really well taken free kick. Van Dijk and Strootman behind this. It's Strootman. Depay. Dumfries back to Depay. Good foot in though. And that was a foul, surely. I think everyone in the stadium could see that. There'll be no arguments there. He's not booking De Jong. And they're just getting a little bit aggravated, Holland. They don't feel they deserve to be behind. You can sympathise with them. And Dimitrovic, the Serbian keeper, lobs it forward. Here's Van Aanholt. Halfway through the second half. Holland haven't pressed the panic button just yet. They're not kind of telling the big men to get forward. Oh, and playing about with it in defence. Van Aanholt's lost it to Luka Jovic. Looks for Tadic. Chance for Dusan Tadic to do some damage. Great challenge again at the back. And here's Kostic for Serbia. Kostic still going. Milinkovic-Savic finds Jovic. Jovic turns. Finds Ljajic on the right. Comes back to Rukavina. Is he going to cross? Has men on the edge of the box. Comes back to Ljajic again. And Promes wins that fairly, the substitute. And now the Netherlands can break. Oh, he took too long there. Bit of a 50-50 challenge, I guess. Now it's Milenkovic at the back. This game finally poised. You'd have to say, looking at the rankings of the two teams before this game, you would fancy Holland to have done better than they have. Is it a real shock if Serbia win this? Not quite as big as some of the shocks we've seen in this tournament. Here's Luka Jovic though for Tadic. He looks for Kostic. If they get another one here, surely it's game over. Vital challenge. Berghaus now for Holland. Well, they're 10 minutes away from a tournament exit. And they're not really playing like they have to get it forward. But they have a chance to attack here. Now Naomi Bushel urges her players forward. Velkovic comes on for Rukavina. Wijnaldum with the throw. It's Berghaus. Gives it back. Inside to Strootman. Chance here. Strootman with a snap shot. Never really seemed to have a lot of conviction in it from Kevin Strootman. Ended up 6 or 7 yards wide and he shakes his head. It's been another disappointing day for the Dutch so far. Well, they're just minutes away from a tournament exit. And Serbia could catch them on the break. It's Kostic. Good challenge though. Wijnaldum has the ball on the right. Berghaus, they've got to go forward surely. And he goes back. Shake of the head from Naomi Bushell. Is she resigned to defeat here? Maybe not. Here's De Jong. Here's Strootman. Serbia with a lot of players back, sitting a bit deeper. They're hoping the Netherlands aren't going to have enough time to find a goal here. De Jong. Could well be the case. This will be a famous win for Serbia. It's Delete and Strootman. Serbia aren't quite there yet. They could be now. It's a vital challenge from Matic and Kostic. I've heard of a magazine with him in, Creative Kostic. I think that's what it was. Spajic now, and time's almost up. Is this a brilliant result for Serbia? It absolutely is. Well, have they flattered to deceive the Dutch, really? They always seem to have a lot of support in tournaments, a lot of people backing them. I would say they haven't had one great game in this one. And it's back to the drawing board for Naomi Bushell. It may even be P45 time, maybe taken out of her hands. Ljajic was lively all day for Serbia. They certainly played on the front foot in that first half, maybe a bit of nerves in the second half. And it's certainly a controversial victory. Maybe we haven't heard the last of this, because they could always lodge a protest, the Dutch. It won't make any difference. It will just make people go, oh, the Dutch have lodged a protest. We'll see. There was that free kick strike from Adam Ljajic. Up and over the wall, a lot of whip on the ball, into the goal, and he's thrilled with himself. And well, the quarter-final's starting to take shape now. We've got 2 round of 16 matches to come later on today, by which point we will know our 8 quarter-finalists. We know 6 of them right now, and Serbia are there. Well, we were hoping to speak to both managers after another intense game like that. Naomi Bushell is still locked in the Dutch dressing room with her players, no doubt having an intense debriefing session, so she's unable to speak to us live, but she has sent the following statement via the Netherlands press officer. We've had a good run in this tournament, but it wasn't to be. I'd like to congratulate our opponents. Tonight it was simply a case of the better team won. At least we have better windmills than they do. There you go, Naomi Bushell, very magnanimous in defeat, and I have to say, she has been a credit to this tournament. And now, very kindly, Lainey Boyle joins us via telephone link-up. Lainey, huge congratulations. When it was revealed you were going to be playing the Netherlands in the last 16 knockout game, I mean, not many people here gave you a chance. How do you feel tonight?
In Serbia, we have a saying, do not measure the wolf's tail till he is dead. We are not dead yet.
Certainly not, and you're good with your Serbian proverbs there. Great to hear. What do you say to those people that say it wasn't a great game tonight, really? Wonderful free kick from Adam Ljajic, but was that a dodgy award?
Well, it obviously wasn't our finest performance, but, as we say in Serbia, it's better to blush once than to pale 100 times.
I've absolutely no idea what that means. Anyway, I know you're very busy and you're going to have to go shortly, but what do you say to the people that say it wasn't a great game, You won with a dodgy free kick, and the officials have been on your side throughout this tournament.
I know that the other guys are going to come and complain about the fact of, some of the decisions didn't go their way, yada, yada, yada. But there's an old Serbian proverb that says, complain to someone who can help you. And right now, that's not me.
Fair enough. Well, once again, thank you so much, Lainey, and all the best for the quarter-finals. You'll be here for the next round, will you, Blackadder?
I'm just off to Hartlepool to buy some exploding trousers.
Okay, all the best then. Join us for more of these fantastic games very soon. Bye for now.